Hello everyone and welcome to another timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Jeskai Energy deck in timeless format. So I was told Jeskai Energy was the best in the market. So I'm curious to see how it does. And obviously the only reason we're playing Jeskai is because of this card Mockingbird. We're lightly splashing this card so that even if a Blood Moon comes down, the only card that we can't play is the Mockingbird. So here's the deck that I'm going to be checking out in Timeless today. And because we're playing 4 copies of Mockingbird, it should be great against mirror matchups as well. Against other energies, we have so much redundancies. If they play an Amped Raptor, we can copy opponent's Amped Raptor. If opponent plays a Guide of Souls on turn 1, we can copy opponent's Guide of Souls. So Mockingbird just naturally is going to be very good versus a mirror match. And because we're playing Mockingbird, of course, we're also going to be playing Ranger Captain Bios, being able to get back another Mockingbird, and then Mockingbird can copy it, Ranger Captain Bios. You know the drill. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Special 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Okay. Let's try this version out. I think I would have actually mulliganed if I wasn't going first, but because I am, I think we can keep this one. Cameo.
Is there a deeper meaning to this passage?
Discharge. Okay. Okay, not bad. Could have been worse, like hitting a 3 mana, for example. I think they actually have to take Mockingbird. Interesting. Oh, a Bowmaster. I could also copy the Orcish Bowmaster. Man, I'm just hitting all the Amped Raptors, huh? Unlucky. Yeah, unlucky. I mean, these all have first strike, so not like a too big of a deal. Okay. Chase. What? I guess I should have grabbed a Mockingbird or something. What is that doing there? Fatal Push? Sure. Does this matter? I mean, I guess it kinda does. Let's just get rid of it, like... Doesn't really do anything. Man! Another Jace. Okay. I think I played this game a little bit poorly. Let's attack first. I could go a Johnny into Static Prison. I think that's what I'll probably do.
Fight beside me, brother.
Let's see what the last card is. Yeah, if I actually copied Orcish Bowmaster, it would have been great. I guess this could just return a Bowmaster into their hand. Let's see... What do they have? I mean, to be fair, this game, my Amped Raptors were so disgustingly bad. It was actually kind of crazy how bad it was. Spending this means that Jace does come back later. But I think it's worth it. We still have like Flage and Static Prison. Another one. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, okay, so they did actually play Flare of Denial. Interestingly enough. Okay, I think I played this game a little bit poorly, but we got there. 3 Jaces. 3 Jaces, though. That's crazy. I'm gonna have a Disruptor Flute for Jace. And a Surgical. Is it Surgical or Unlicensed Hers? Lavinia seems great as well, since they play a Flare of Denial. Static Prison. Or Galvanic Discharge. The thing is, Galvanic Discharge already gets rid of the Jace on its own. I guess they could plus. I'm gonna get rid of a prison. Maybe we shouldn't cut all of the prisons. Maybe do something like this. I'll have 1 Lavinia. That is not a great hand. I mean, I guess the Amped Raptor is giving me energy. I don't know. I don't like the fact that we have no red source. That seems pretty bad. And we keep drawing Amped Raptors. Not like this. Not like this. So my opponent playing this card means that they play this tapped. So they don't have spell snares in their hand. It's most likely something like mana drain? Probably? It's either Orcish Bowmaster or something, right? I'm gonna go with the Oscillate Pride first. Okay, so it was a mana drain. So we guessed it correctly. And we gotta find some lands. Seems like they also have a Fatal Push. Nope, it's a Brainstorm. Jay, it's so funny to me. Yeah, it's still funny to me. Okay, so we get a turn with the guide unless they have a flare in their hand at the moment. Seems like they do. Which is really bad. We have this Ether Hub. That's just so bad. We can't cast any of these. Let's go to next game. Ether Hub actually kind of lost me the game there. Let's just go again. I mean, I did get mana screwed as well, so there's also that. Oh wow. It's a lot of lands. So that was gonna happen no matter what. Could grab another Mockingbird. A Johnny. That's a great card. I could Mockingbird first. And if they mana drain, I guess we get a Johnny down. That was a Flare of Denial.
Where shall we hunt today?
What are the chances that they actually have Deluge? Do I play around it? My opponent takes 5 damage, and I play Ranger Captive Bios. Short. Yeah, we saw that from a mile away. Ampthraptor here would be nice. I could go Mockingbird, but I don't think it's good enough. Especially like if this captain dies, right? We're getting a little bit flooded here. Just a tiny bit. Nice. Just in case it's like a bowmaster. Since they seem to always have bowmasters, you know? Ooh, that is pretty bad. Wait, this doesn't give me energy? I thought it just gave me energy if it comes onto the battlefield. I guess not. Where's our Flage? Where is our Flage? I knew they would have a Harbinger. Okay, very nice. Yeah, I knew they would have a Harbinger. That's why I fetched the planes very early. Well, I didn't kept that hand. What was that? It went down, making me think that I kept the hand accidentally, and then it just went back. A little bit of a bait and switch there. Oh, it's a Laura stag. So I should have actually kept that other fetch land. I thought it was a Giganta. Yeah, I thought it was a Giganta. Another Demir deck. Yeah, another Demir deck. Fetching immediately signifies potentially like a Thoughtseize coming out. Easy game. It's like Fatal Push never existed. Another Bauble. Bauble Gaming. Wow. Doing it now. But there's a good chance opponent just doesn't have a counter spell in their hand if they did that. I messed up by not playing this Arid Mesa. So if they have a removal spell for the Sejani, I don't have a Galvanic Discharge on the cat token to transform it. Bum bum bum. What do I do? Do Demir decks play Scalding Tarn? I guess it doesn't really matter whether or not it's a Scalding Tarn or a Flooded Strand. I'm just maybe guessing it's like a Shadow deck. I'm gonna have 2 copies of License Hearse and a Surgical. I think that's about it though. Go down on 2 copies of Static Prison. Ooh. I can't mulligan this, right? It's great if they have a 1-mana card that I can copy with the Mockingbird, but I think it actually might be a mulligan. This hand is so good. We're drawing 2 cards. I'm gonna gamble on this one. A little bit of a gamble. I won game 1. Let's gamble. Okay, Mockingbird. Even though it's a 1-mana card, I can't actually play it. So I would need to draw a land. And I would be most grateful if I do find a land here. Nice.
If you need me, I'll be
Very
in the
nice. Most likely a spell snare. Most likely a spell snare here. Okay, never mind. No fatal pushes, no spell snares. No Flare of Denial. Okay, that's actually a good one. I like that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and kill the Tamil here. I don't want that to transform. Rain, okay. Let's get rid of a Toxic Deluge and Mana Drain. Most likely a Treasure Cruise coming out. If so, I can get my Flage out. Oh, they have exactly 2 mana open. Pretty good. Oh, it's a swamp though. It's a swamp though. I could copy this Psychic Frog. They'd have to discard 2 cards for this. If I try to eat it now, what happens? I think we just Flage. And then hit face. And I'll do this now so that the Psychic Frog cannot fly too easily. They could still have a Fatal Push here. That Clue token is very good. Nice. We can go Mockingbird, Mockingbird. Attack with a hearse. Okay, they play Nethergoyf. Tamio.
Oh! How am I supposed to focus on only one project?
Okay, we got double psychic frogs, which is kind of hot. Unlicensed source is growing. Mihawk Massacre? That's pretty good. I'm actually surprised that they would play a Mihawk Massacre. That's my tech. Another Mihawk Massacre. 4 cars in the yard. Land was absolutely worst card to draw there. Might actually lose this one. You know what? Instead of a Galvanic Discharge, maybe Static Prison is a lot better. Because of things like Psychic Frog. Wonder. So my opponent plays 2 Mihawk Massacres and probably like 2 Toxic Deluge. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
I'd love to hear stories from your home.
I'm gonna look at one more card and then I'm gonna surrender. A Johnny. I don't think it's actually good enough, to be honest. It's probably gonna get countered here. Okay, let's go to game 3. Let's play swords. Although Galvanic Discharge does hit Tamio, maybe we should do like a 2-2-2 split. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Another land. I'm actually gonna take that because my hand is actually like very heavy, you know? We want a lot of lands. We want a lot of lands. And the reason why I cracked this on my turn is because I've been seeing often like a Stifle, like just the 1 copy of it. Spell Snare, most likely. Spell Snare is so good against energy. It's one of my favorite spells to cast versus an energy deck. I should have played that. Ah, playing bad. Probably gonna get countered anyways. That's fine. So next turn, we Ranger Captain of Eos. Yeah, I'm gonna take that land as well. Nethergoyf. Maybe a Fatal Push. What's a really good card versus a Fatal Push? Should I just grab another Mockingbird? I could just grab a Mockingbird, but I feel like it's a little bit too narrow. If I do that, it's probably just a brainstorm. Since I have another Ranger Captain Bios, let's just do this. Interesting. Very interesting. Seems like they have like a fatal push or something. Let us grab Guide of Souls. Fatal push, okay. Probably not gonna be playing this Guide of Souls here. Hearse. That's a bit problematic. That is a bit problematic. Another land, okay. That's not good. I didn't want the last card to be a land. Okay, Flying Ranger Captain Bios. Let's go. We just need a bit more push. Meat Hook Massacre. For 2. They gain 2 more life. Oh my god, they're so close to dying. Help. My turn? Okay, not the greatest card, but it is a card nonetheless. Come on. Foliage off the top. One time. Oh, that is a great card.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
Can I top deck too? One time? Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Thank God. That was a really close game. Good game, opponent. Good game. That was a really close game. I think this could have been anyone's game, honestly. Okay, normally I don't think I would keep this, but since I'm going first... Wow, there was another land on top. It's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. Steam Vent. Into another Amped Raptor. Not bad, since I don't actually have any energy generating creatures. That was a gamble. Okay, this looks like what is it called? Like a Blood Moon deck, right? Yeah, it looks like a Blood Moon deck, 100%. Wow, that lands again. So we do have the necessary mana to cast the Flage, even though Blood Moon does come down. And I'm not gonna be cracking this Arid Mesa because of a Stifle. Only on opponent's turn. I'll crack it on opponent's turn. So if they want to use the mana to get rid of a land, I guess that's good for me. Oh, it's a Jeskai control deck. Huh. Okay, so the card that I want to see is actually a Galvanic Discharge. So I can put it on a Johnny. Ooh. Okay. Do I still do it? They could have another Flage. Actually, I don't think I can Galvanic Discharge my Ajani here.
Not perfect. Have peace.
Because they already have 2 energy. So if they have another Galvanic Discharge, I can just kill the Ajani, even if I uptick. Wow, that's a lot of resources. But they had to spend Solitude for that. Yeah, they had to spend a Solitude for that. Oh my god, I just cannot stop drawing lands. Oh my god. How is that possible? Infinite lands. Yeah, infinite lands. What's going on here? Ooh, Wrath of the Skies too. Pretty good. Well, the perks of having infinite lands means that I get to do this. I'm not playing the Guide of Souls here because I could get a Johnny or Amped Raptor, and then Guide of Souls into that can make the Flage fly next turn. Well, opponent, have you thought about drawing lands? Yeah. I mean, just you know, your casual 22 land aggro deck, just having infinite lands versus a control deck with no lands. Okay, so this matchup, the only card that I'm really worried about is Flage. So once we get rid of that, we're good. Static Prison is awful in this matchup because of Wrath of the Skies. I think we have some swords, even though it heals them. And Boromir. Bombardment is bad. I'm gonna cut a Ranger. And I think I might cut a Mockingbird. Because in this match, a Mockingbird doesn't really have a target except for our own creature. If they do a board wipe and we top deck a Mockingbird, it's pretty bad. Surgical. We can go Guide Up Souls into Mockingbird, Guide Up Souls. Or not. You know, I could surgical this as well, but I should probably be careful. Or the Galvanic Discharge. We'll have to see how this one goes.
I will prove my worth to my pride.
So I'm trying to bait out Flage here. If they Flage, I'm so good. Because Jeskai Control has a really hard time closing out the game. So I'll put an end stop on opponent's turn. They're most likely going to Flage here if they do have it, and then put it on the Ajani here. There we go. Wow, they have a surgical of their own. Impressive. Oh my god. Okay, that's a really good card on top. Maybe they just brought the surgical because they don't have a graveyard hate versus Flage. I mean, that's a possibility. Mockingbird's so good. One ring? What? Okay, that's not a card that I expected them to have. Yeah. Static Prison, perhaps? Oh, another Mana Drain. Our perfect plan foiled. They found another Flage. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Man, opponent having that surgical there was so bad for me. I think I would have actually won if I just surgical their Flage there. But they just had it. Insane. Insane. Hearse? No hearse. No hearse. So I'm gonna have to work some miracles here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work some miracles here. So opponent goes to 4, play the Flage. Ah, they got an Arena of Glory. Are you kidding me? That's so good. The fact that they got that. Yeah, that's insane. That is actually insane, the fact that they got that. Good on them. Good on them. I don't think there's any card that gets me out of this. Yeah, unfortunately. Even if I soars, they go back up to a lot of life. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. What happened there? They play One Ring, huh? I really don't want to put Disruptor Flutes, but maybe I have to. I don't really want to play swords. Let's just try this. So that game, opponent had a surgical of their own when I casted my card. Basically, woodpeckers. Probably a board wipe coming. And I should just pass here. Boromir here would have been great, but we don't see it, so... Tune the narrative was actually something that I was like kind of worried about. Like if I play the Amped Raptor, and then they tune the narrative, and then they Wrath of the Skies, it also gets rid of Amped Raptor. That's why I didn't really want to play that card. Most likely, a board wipe is coming here. Unless they really don't have it. And I need a Boromir. Ocelot Pride Army. I'm sure they have a board wipe, they're just not using it. My opponent's just not using it on purpose. Yeah, they probably have it. There's just no way, you know? There's just no way. There is just no way. See? I told you so. A Johnny? drain. Me not having another energy is just so bad. How do we have 0 energy? How do we have 0 energy? This might be a mistake, but... Ah, they have a full H. I'm guessing wrong every single time. Feels bad. Yeah, I'm just guessing wrong. I am guessing wrong every way I can. So we gotta draw Unlicensed Hearse, huh? I think this game's over. We just guessed wrong on the surgical. It was either that or... I don't know, like... We just guessed wrong. That's it. We also haven't found a Unlicensed Hearse in such a long time. Yeah, having drawing an Unlicensed Hearse after they manage to escape the Flage doesn't really work. Okay, so I played like 5 games. We went 4-1, losing to Jeskai Control. And I gotta say, Jeskai Control seems really tough to beat. It seems almost unwinnable. So for that, we have 2 copies of Boromir here. You can use this to play around opponent's Wrath of the Skies, but even then it's kind of tough. Like against their One Ring, that doesn't work because like even if I bring some Disruptor Flute, the Wrath of the Skies already gets rid of a Disruptor Flute as well, so that doesn't work. And even if you get rid of their Flage, some of these decks are playing something like Solitude, for example, so they still got that going for them to gain back some life with the One Ring, so that's not gonna work. So it's just an uphill battle. It's just so tough to beat. It's almost unwinnable. To be fair, today I did hit 2 Static Prisons from an empty board with an Amped Raptor multiple times, and I've hit Amped Raptor into Amped Raptor multiple times as well. Like, my Amped Raptor today was really bad, and we also hit a Flage with an Amped Raptor without having 3 energy as well. So yeah, Amped Raptor today was really bad. So that's not something that you want to see. Same goes for Goblin Bombardment, really good against mirrors, but today we only played against control decks, right? So Goblin Bombardment, again, really bad against Wrath of the Skies. But yeah, today was not a good day. But yeah, let's talk about Mockingbird. So our mana base is, we're only splashing blue colors for the Mockingbird here. So we still play double copies of Plains. And if you do get Blood Moons, you're gonna be okay because the only card that you can't really cast is Mockingbird. And that's something you can ditch to a Fable. Or you can even get a blue source with the Fable as well. So that's really good. So against Boros Energy deck, this deck should be really good because Mockingbird is just going to have so much redundancy. Getting extra Amped Raptors, a Johnny, Ocelot Pride, Guide Up Souls, etc. But it's a Jeskai control deck that this deck is really bad against. And I don't think there is a fix to that unless you play counter spells in the sideboard. Actually, thinking about it, because this deck actually doesn't really care about Blood Moon, maybe we should have Blood Moon in the sideboard versus them. So have some Blood Moon instead of and then take out the Mockingbirds for the Blood Moon. Maybe that's actually a way to go about it. But yeah, today a bit of a weird day, right? Only control decks, no energy. But I guess it makes sense if everybody's playing control today, like especially a lot of people are spamming Jeskai control, you're gonna see less energy in the latter. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.